Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about my veneers. You guys have highly requested this video, so I'm going to be vlogging it for you today. I'm going to actually take you guys with me to go meet Dr. Michael Allen. I'm super excited. I did want to just talk about a little bit like my background story to why I got veneers. So for me personally, the reason why I decided to get veneers is because I've always been very insecure about my smile. It was something that I did try to fix with braces, but unfortunately, like, it didn't get it to like where I wanted it to be. And as like you guys know, with braces, like, you have to like, there's a lot of like upkeep that you have to do with braces, and like you have to be going every month to go get them checked, tightened. It's a very long process with braces. So this time around, like, I have had braces when I was younger. I think I was like 13, 14 when I got braces, but I ended up taking them off because when I turned 15, I just wanted them off for my quinceañera. And so I didn't like wait and finish the whole process, and they ended up taking them off before, and they were pretty straight originally, and I just never like used my retainer, so like they ended up getting crooked again. So it was like a big insecurity for me, and I just decided that I wanted something like permanent, something that I wouldn't have to wait such a long time to achieve. So for me, that was like the biggest reason why I decided to go with veneers instead of going with like Invisalign or braces again. The biggest insecurity about my teeth in the past was because I did have like a gap in the middle, and I also, when I was younger, before I got my braces on, I think I was like 12 when this happened. So I had originally broken my front right tooth, and there was like a big chip down the middle of it. So my mom had to take me like to the dentist, and we got that like filled, but it wasn't like, it didn't look right. Like, it just looked like you could tell that like half of my tooth was real and then the other half was like fake. Like, I'll insert pictures where you can literally see like the crease to where like my tooth was broken and where my tooth like started. So that was like a very big insecurity for me. And I just knew that with veneers, like, everything, all my insecurities were gonna go away. I'm so happy with them, you guys. Honestly, if it wasn't for me getting my veneers, I probably wouldn't be making YouTube, because it was just such a big insecurity for me that every time that I would like talk to somebody or I would smile, like, I would constantly be like covering my mouth. I was so insecure about it. So me being able to do this for myself, like, makes me feel so good, and it makes me feel like a great like accomplishment for myself, because it's something that I've always wanted. So yeah, that's like a big reason for me. This is my smile now. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking you guys with me, so we'll be right back when we get there. Hey guys, we're here with the one and only Dr. Michael Allen. He's gonna be answering some questions for you guys about veneers.
Hey guys, welcome to my office. Come on in. So I'm located in northeast Tucson, up kind of by the base of Mount Lemmon. Catalina Highway and Tanque Verde is my crossroads, and I've been out here for 9 years. Yeah, there's a lot of different type of veneers. You can have composite veneers, you can have porcelain veneers, you can have lithium disilicate veneers, you can have zirconia veneers. All have their advantages and disadvantages. I personally prefer feldspathic porcelain. I think it looks the most natural and reflects light the most natural way, like a tooth should, but there's advantages and disadvantages to each one. The veneers that Karen has are made out of feldspathic porcelain. The reason I like that the most is because they appear to be the most natural, and they can be brilliantly white without looking fake, and so that's why we use those. Yes and no. Sometimes we will remove some tooth structure to make it so that we have the right amount of room for the laboratory to create veneers that look real. Sometimes we can get away without shaving the teeth down at all, but that's pretty rare. Most of the time we do adjust the teeth at least a little bit in order to get the veneers to turn out right. If we didn't shave them on most people, it would look really bulky and fake. And so by shaving them down, and we're talking a half a millimeter, maybe 0.7 millimeters down, that's really about all we need to do. Veneers in and of themselves don't hurt. However, everybody has some level of discomfort when we're doing the process of making the veneers or the temporaries or the shaving of the teeth or the preparations. There's always a little bit of discomfort. So if you come in thinking that it's going to be totally fine, I would say that's probably not the case. Porcelain veneers should not stain. If they're done properly, they will cover the whole front and top edge of the teeth so that anything that anybody will see won't stain. Now they'll pick up some random stains from here or there, red wine, tea, things like that, but that's easily polished off at your normal dental cleaning. Alright, so let's say you wanted veneers. We do things a lot different here, so anywhere you go besides me is going to be a little bit different than this. I meet most of my patients online for the first time. They will reach out to me via a virtual consult, which you can find in my Instagram bio, link right here. And they will reach out to me on a virtual consult, and I'll reach back out to them and tell them what I think about their smile. They'll typically send me 2 or 3 photos. And then I can tell them A, what we can do for you, B, how long is it going to take, and C, about how much it will cost. From there, I will see you in the office for a consultation. At that time, a lot of times I will mock up the smile in your mouth. I can put little composite veneers on your teeth that will just pop right off, but you can kind of get an idea as to what it's going to look like. And once we green light it and you're like, hey, yeah, let's do this, then we'll take a bunch of records. Karen can attest that I take a ton of photos and impressions and scans and x-rays. I've got to make sure everything is very healthy before we begin. I can't do veneers on teeth that have decay or gum disease or anything like that. And so the next visit, you come in and we take about 3 hours and we prepare the teeth for the veneers and we send you home in temporaries. Now everybody gets a little bit nervous about temporaries. Well, what are they going to look like? Am I going to be ugly? Is it going to look like little pegs? No, I would say that most people, the temporaries look very good, and Karen can attest to that. They look a lot better than how your smile is. However, they are all stuck together. They're all bonded together, so it's a little weird and maybe a little bit uncomfortable. Typically you're in temporaries from 3 to 5 weeks, and that gives my lab enough time to fabricate the real veneers. And then you come in for a next visit where we try in the veneers, and if everything looks right, we will try in the veneers and go ahead and cement them, bond them in, and send you home and see you back a couple days later just to fine tune everything. So it's definitely a process from start to finish. I would say it takes anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks depending on how fast you need them. Like I've got a patient who came in today, he's getting married in October, so we've got to bust out and boogie on this one. But usually I'll take a little bit more time and make sure that we have it dialed in just absolutely perfectly. These are digitally scanned models of his teeth before he had the veneers done. So this is his teeth before we did veneers on him. Obviously they're not this color, this is just a digital scan. And so this is just teeth in wax. This isn't anything real here, but this is what me in the laboratory came up with as to how they should look. And so I used this little white wax up to fabricate the temporaries. So this is what his temporaries will look like, although they won't be this color. They look a little bit more like real teeth, but you can see that the shape is nice because it fills in the gaps, it evens things out, makes it more symmetrical, and gives him the length that he wanted. And so from there, he's in temporary. He's currently in temporary veneers, and in a few weeks he'll come in and we'll try in the final veneers. And typically we do a nice job with the finals, and we'll almost always be able to bond them at that visit. Sometimes there's 1 or 2 we need to send back, but that's pretty rare. So anything that will break a tooth will break a veneer. Before they're bonded to your teeth, yes, absolutely, I could drop it on the ground and it will crack. But once it's bonded with the cement that we use, it's just as strong as a regular teeth, it's just as strong as enamel, and so normal eating and normal functioning is fine. However, I do tell patients to, number 1, wear a night guard every night to protect them, because you invest a lot of money in this, and it would be silly not to protect that investment. I also say don't use your teeth as tools. Like, no longer are you chewing on fingernails or opening bags with your veneers. Anything that you can do to increase the longevity of the veneers is advised. Typically they can last anywhere from 10 to 20 years, even longer. There's really no reason for them to fail unless you're just doing stupid stuff. Of course you need to floss them, of course you need to brush them. Water picks are great. I've got a couple of mouth rinses that I really like for patients to use because I'm invested in you taking good care of your teeth now because it looks good on me. If you're smiling, I look good. You can never go back to your real teeth once you have veneers on. Even if they don't even touch your teeth with a drill, you will always have something bonded to the front. I don't know why you would want to in most situations. We do store the original models, so if you wanted them to look exactly like the original ones, I could just send that out to the lab and say make them look like this, and they could usually do that, but I can't. I've never had that happen before. I've never had anybody want that before. It's just not common. Most people who've got set on doing veneers either for cosmetic reasons or for functional purposes, they're really happy with their results. Sometimes it takes a little longer than others to dial it in perfectly, but usually they're very, very happy. Yes and no. I would say most patients experience some amount of sensitivity somewhere during the process. Typically after the finals are on for an amount of time, whether that's one day or a few months, the sensitivity will go down. But almost everybody does experience some level of sensitivity at some point throughout the process. It may not last long, but it usually is there. Veneers vary in price depending on who you go to. Because I do it differently than anybody else in Tucson, my prices are a little bit higher, actually different than anybody in Arizona. I charge $1,800 per tooth, and so if you get 10 teeth, that's $18,000 is what it would cost you in my office. I know dentists who charge as little as $1,000 per veneer, and I know dentists who charge as much as $4,000 per veneer. It just really depends on who you see and what you're looking for. I would caution you that a $1,000 veneer and a $4,000 veneer is not the same. You're not just paying for the tooth, you're paying for the expertise of the dentist, how many he's done, what schooling he's gone to, his eye, and his general style. So make sure you like the style of the person that you're going to see. Because yeah, the way that I do them is totally different than the dentist down the street, which is totally different than the next dentist down the street. A lot of dentists will say they do veneers, but don't do a whole lot of them. And they'll do one or two here, and doing a full set is a completely different story. So yeah, do your homework, do your research. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know anybody who can drop $18,000 on veneers right now. I mean, I do know a few people, but for the most part, almost everybody does some type of a payment plan, whether that's they pay it off over a amount of 3 or 4 months, or they pay it off a matter of 3 or 4 years. There's a lot of different options that we have to make it a little bit more affordable for you. We can get it down to about a cell phone bill for most people. Now my cell phone bill is really high because I've got 6 people in my family, but we can get it in that range so that it can be relatively affordable for anybody. A couple things anybody who's considering veneers should consider. Everybody wants to go glow-in-the-dark white. I would caution you against that because, like with Karen, I don't know how old she is, but I know she's pretty young, but she's going to have these. She's 24. Karen's 24. She's going to have these veneers for at least a solid 20 or 30 years. So these teeth that she gets in her 20s are the same teeth that she's going to have in her 50s. And so you need to understand that and probably not go toilet bowl white with your teeth. That as we age, that looks faker and faker and faker. So get something that's age appropriate for you, and just understand that these are going to be in there for a long time. Mostly men want to go whiter than women, if you believe that or not. It's really pretty funny. I call them dude veneers. They always want the dude veneers crazy white, whereas women are more looking at the shape aspect and the size aspect. Guys don't care about that, they just want it white. So I caution you against that. And yeah, do your research, know what you're getting into, look at some before and after photos that the doctor's got, or if you can, meet somebody who has had them do their teeth, ask them about their experience, because it is a process. It's not something that's easy, and it's an expensive process. However, it's an investment in you. It really is an investment in yourself, and so if you think that, oh, it's just teeth, it's really not. One of my favorite parts about doing this is I have people come in to me mortified of their smile like this, and then I'm able to take that smile and put teeth in there they're proud of and see them actually smile for the first time. It's actually kind of funny. A lot of those people don't know how to smile. They had to learn how to smile. after we got the teeth in. So it is an investment that you're making in your whole entire life. It's not just teeth.
Okay guys, so now that you guys have met Dr. Michael Allen, I just wanted to come on here and pretty much answer the questions in my point of view. Did it hurt? So for me personally, it didn't really hurt. The only thing that hurt during the whole process was the numbing part. That like really hurts, you guys. Like, be ready for that because it's obviously like needles in your mouth. So that was like the only thing that really hurt me. Other than that, I never felt anything at all. I never felt like them shave down my teeth. Like, I never felt any other pain other than the shots. That was the only thing that hurt me. As far as my teeth staining, as Dr. Michael Allen said, they don't stain. Like, my actual veneers won't stain, but I do have to keep up with like my bottom row of my teeth. Those will stain because those are still my real teeth. I only ended up getting the top 8 veneers of my front. I only got like these 8 done. So my bottom teeth will stain, so I have to take very good care of those. He does give you like whitening options as well, so just ask him about that. You guys can also start whitening your bottom teeth, that way they can match your top veneers. Can you go back to your real teeth? Like how he said, I would never want to go back to my real teeth. Like, I plan on having these till I'm 50, like he said. Even after I'm 50, I probably will get them redone in the future, but I do plan on keeping these for a very long time. Like, I don't ever plan on seeing my real teeth again. So seeing my teeth shaved down like is just not like something that scares me anymore, because I'm just like, I'm never gonna go back to that. So like, I'm okay with my teeth being shaved down a little bit. Nobody's ever gonna really see me like that without these veneers, so that doesn't really bother me. Do your teeth become sensitive? So my teeth were already always sensitive. Like, if I were to bite on like anything cold or anything very, very hot, like it would already kind of like be sensitive to my real teeth. So as far as sensitivity with my veneers, I don't really have any sensitivity unless I bite something that's cold or I drink something that's very hot. That's like the only way that I can feel sensitivity. But other than that, I'm never sensitive. Like, other than that, I don't feel like they're fake. Like, I just feel like they're my real teeth. Like, they don't feel any different than my real teeth. So it's awesome. Like, they look very natural too. I always had asked him, like, please make me look the most natural that you can. I don't want like the chicle teeth that looks like all the same length. Like, I told him, like, I really want like my two front teeth to stand out more than like the other teeth, and like obviously like my fangs, I want them a little bit longer as well. I did not want like the veneers that look all one length. So I made it like clear to him that I wanted them to be like very natural, not super white. I wanted them to look like they were just my teeth, and that's exactly what he did. And he listened to everything that I had asked him for, like even details. Like, I wanted him to like make the bottom of my teeth translucent, like a tiny bit, and even like down to that, he got it perfect to where I wanted it. So I do highly recommend Dr. Michael Allen. I love his work. I did a lot of research before I went to him, but he did not disappoint. I love how confident he is. Like, he knew exactly what I wanted and he delivered. So anybody that's looking into getting veneers in Tucson, I do highly recommend you guys go to Dr. Michael Allen. His staff is amazing. He's amazing. I love the whole environment. The whole office is very cute. It's very clean. I just love everything about his office, their staff, himself, like the way he presents himself. Like, everything about him is just like exactly what I needed, like in a dentist. Like, his confidence like made me feel confident that he knew what he was doing. So yeah, I want to thank him so much for giving me the smile of my dreams. If it wasn't for you, honestly, I don't think I would have started YouTube. So thank you so much. I'm so happy. I'm very happy with my new smile. Okay guys, so that wraps up today's video. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Please make sure to follow me on all social medias. All my handles are K Ortega. I will also be linking Dr. Michael Allen's Instagram as well. That way you guys can go check him out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more videos. Thank you. Bye.